Hello ladies and gentlemen, Steven here from Redolescence and welcome back to another video. Thank you all very much for tuning in, and today, as you can tell to my right, I am joined by one of my favorite fragrance reviewers here on YouTube, Freddie Rivera. So Freddie, thank you for coming over, man. I appreciate it.
Anytime. How's everybody doing?
So in case you have not seen Freddie's channel, and I'm sure you have, but either way, I'm going to leave a link down below. Make sure to check him out. He has been putting out a lot of really good content recently, so I'm really happy to see him maintain that consistency. I'm super stoked. So today we're going to be taking a look at 5 fragrances by pretty much every fragrance that this company has come out with. And the company is called Art de Parfum, which means the art of perfume. And it's a brand new company. All of these have been released just this year in 2016. And it's a company that is based out of the United Kingdom. So 4 of them are unisex. 1 of them is marketed towards men. I don't know why. I personally think they're all unisex. And they're all really, really wonderful fragrances. So I had the opportunity when I was in Cleveland, Ohio. There's a perfume store there called Indigo Perfumery. And the sweetheart of a lady who works there got to talking to me a little bit about these fragrances because she had a sample of each one. She was getting ready to carry them. And when I started smelling them, I'm like, man, this is really good. And there's a lot of variety here. And that's one of the things that I like about it, is that it targets a very wide clientele. And then I was at Trenoy, I think it was a couple of months ago or whatever, and I tried them again, and I got to meet the creative director for the brand, and she was really, really nice. And I took these home, got a chance to sample them a little bit. So I've smelled these already, and you can tell there's a little bit of wear and tear on the cardstock, but this is Freddie's true first impression. You haven't...
Yeah. I haven't tried any of them ever.
Okay, so I wonder what order we should go in. So I guess let's just go from left to right, and we'll start with that one.
This is gin and tonic.
Yeah, so the first one is called Gin and Tonic, and I'm sure we're all very familiar with the alcoholic drink gin, and we know there are a lot of herbs and berries that are used in the fermentation of gin, one of them being juniper berry, and this is a juniper berry heavy scent. But I'm not going to list any other notes because I want to hear what you have to say.
It's very bright, zesty in the beginning.
Yeah.
Definitely get a lot of the, like I said, brightness from the citrus. I get a little bit of the, I guess, I don't know, tonic doesn't have a smell, but that feeling of when you drink.
Yeah, like crisp.
Yeah.
Right? Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Warmer weather, but it's definitely a nice fragrance.
I completely agree. Not for this time of the year. Definitely a warmer weather fragrance. You said you picked up on a lot of citrus. It actually has lemon.
Lemon.
Yeah, it has lemon. Very bright, crisp, effervescent. Another thing that I like about that one is the cedarwood note that it has. Yes. I know a lot of fragrances have cedar, but for some reason, the way that it's done in here, I love that particular type of cedarwood. There's only one other fragrance that I've smelled that has a cedarwood, well, actually 2 others, but there's one that's coming to mind that has a cedarwood note very similar to that, and it's Mr. Marvelous by Byredo. Same exact cedarwood note.
I get a little bit of the wood in the cedar in the background.
Yeah.
Maybe does it come out more towards the end of the fragrance?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, once it settles in, the lemon dies out, the cedarwood really comes to the forefront.
Out more now. But at the beginning, it was just bright and citrus. That's all I got in the beginning. But now you can see the cedarwood coming out a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's actually, it's actually one of my favorites. It's not my favorite. I think this one is my favorite. Yep. So we're going to save it for last.
Okay.
First one, love it. Definitely good for warmer weather. If you have the chance to check it out, please do. It's a wonderful, wonderful fragrance.
It's a must try for sure.
Mm-hmm. The next one is called Eccentric Moi. So let's give this one a try. So again, all of these are marked as unisex except for the Signature Wild. So this one is unisex. And I personally don't remember a lot of the notes that are in this one. So we're kind of going into it blind as a team. As he's smelling, I'll be reading. Right, I remember that now.
This is definitely a cool weather scent.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bright and playful like the other one.
Yeah.
Does this have I smell some resins. Does it have like rose? No, patchouli.
Yeah, it has
It's
patchouli.
patchouli. This is
And it's funny you said
patchouli
it.
heavy.
You said, does it have rose? It has pink pepper, and pink pepper has like a rosy smell. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I get like a patchouli rose type of
yeah.
of fragrance.
Patchouli.
There's a lot of those out in the market, but this one's a little bit brighter than typically a rose patchouli scent.
Yeah.
But I get that type of vibe.
And it's funny you mentioned
like
that because
potpourri, almost like a potpourri.
yeah, it does. And I'll tell you why, because it has some fruits in there,
Yeah, that's
like some
right.
fruity notes. Yeah, let me smell it again. It's been a while. Yeah. Oh man, it's really good. This one I actually liked more before I read the notes because I had a different idea of this fragrance in my mind, and then it almost like it gave away the secret. It has tea, so you can when you go back to it, you can it does remind you of tea a little bit. When you said
I do get a little bit of an herbal vibe, but
Yeah.
I just originally I put that towards the patchouli. But
yeah,
now it even has a little bit like a minty,
yeah.
like a mintiness, maybe like
Does
a
it have geranium?
a little bit like a vapor rub type mintiness in the background.
But it's funny because despite that, you still think it's a cool weather scent.
It's a cool weather scent. Yeah, it's not light. It's a little more heavy.
Yeah.
But if in comparing it to other scents that I would compare it to, this is a little bit brighter than those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same. It's not one of my favorites, but it's really good. Like I can safely say there's no fragrance from this line that I
No.
don't like.
I think it's done nicely. It's probably something I wouldn't wear
Mm-hmm.
as well, but it is a nice scent.
Yeah.
It's a little different.
Would you like for your wife to wear something like that?
No. My wife. I would like my wife to wear more sensual, sweet
Yeah.
fragrances. A little floral to them. This I know she wouldn't like this at all.
Okay.
But I wouldn't mind smelling it on other people.
Yeah.
I think it would be a nice scent for someone to smell like. I'm not attracted to the scent, but I just think it smells good.
Yeah, it's incredibly pleasant. Same. I don't think it's something that I would wear personally, as much as I do like the scent. But yeah, I think it's incredibly pleasant. So you were saying you would like your wife to wear something a little more sensual. So the next one is sensual oud.
Well.
So we didn't plan that right off the hinge. But yeah, let's try this out. And I'll tell you what I thought about this one initially and what I think about this one now. Okay. Let's go ahead.
Sorry.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Oh, man. Here you go.
I like this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is my favorite so far.
Yeah. When I first smelled it, I had the same reaction as you. I was like, that's my favorite. But now it's not. No.
It's a little powdery.
Mm-hmm. But you like powdery
I
scents.
like powdery scents. I don't like scents that smell like powder.
Yeah.
But I like an ambery, powdery type scent. Something that's. It could be a little powdery as long as it has like a sensualness to them.
Yeah.
I like scents like that. But I think this is really nice. I do get a powder vibe.
Yeah.
Woods. I gotta get some woods. But it's another one that I think it's very wearable, very versatile, clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little woody. I think it's unisex. I would consider it unisex. I would prefer this on myself more than my wife, but I do like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is unisex.
I feel the same way. When I first tried it at Indigo Perfumery, I thought to myself, I like this one because it has oud and rose, but it doesn't smell like every other oud rose combo out there.
To be honest, I really didn't pick up on the rose.
Yeah. Because it has a lot of other florals in there. It has like geranium,
It
jasmine.
definitely has a floral vibe to it, but I didn't pick up on necessarily the rose. To be honest, I've been tired of rose for a while now. I think the last year it was overdone. And, but I said that was a pleasant surprise. It's a good scent.
Yeah.
So far, that's probably the one I would probably pick up and wear.
this is probably like my second or third favorite, but I guess what I like about it now that I've had the chance to wear it for like a month, maybe even more, is that usually there are two types of people that you meet. The ones who are like, I don't like oud, keep it away from me. I can't stand the smell of it. It's too fecal, animalistic.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are people who are like, well, if it says oud in the name, I want to be able to smell some oud. Like, but this one is like that happy medium where it's not BO, it's not animalistic or fecal, but you can still smell it.
Yeah, I get a woodsy tone for sure. I don't know if it's necessarily oud because to me it does smell like a clean scent. So typically you would think BO or something to that effect when you think of oud, but it is nicely done. I would wear this. Yeah, it's a clean. To me, I get a powdery clean scent, but with woods and some other florals in there, and I think it's done nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thumbs up for that one.
Next one is called Seafoam. I have to say this before I even spray it. This is one of the best fragrances at communicating an olfactory texture. So a lot of times, like with Tower, right, we have L'air du Desert Marocain, and you smell it, it brings you immediately to the desert. This one, the moment you smell it, you're going to be like, that smells like seafoam. I don't know if you've ever tried, there's a Parfum aroma called Acqua di Sale. It has like the seaweed and the salt, and this is a wearable version of that. Okay. So
just by saying that, I probably am not gonna like this one.
But it's wearable, though.
No, we'll see.
All right.
You know, just see anything that has too much like sea notes or aquatic vibe. I tend to not like.
That's true too. I forgot that that's not really your thing.
It's actually it's weird.
Yeah.
Because it's bright and there's a nice scent in here.
Yeah.
But I get that seaweed.
Really?
It's like the seaweed. It's like the scent is bright up here and seaweed down here. So while I'm enjoying the fresh scent, that seaweed just creeps in.
Yeah.
And it's 50-50. I wouldn't wear this because of that little seaweed funk, I guess. I would call it funk because I don't like it. But I can see someone really enjoying this. Me. Especially you.
Yeah.
He likes the funk, but
hey, maybe I do. Whatever.
Nah, it's nicely done. But like you said, it's wearable.
Yeah.
But I don't like seaweed or something that's too aquatic or even slightly aquatic. There's very minimal scents that I do like that have an aquatic vibe to it. Yeah. And again, I think this one's done nicely, but I wouldn't wear it.
All of these, I have to echo that. I think all of these are done very, very nicely. And so this one contains bergamot, lemon, incense, seaweed extract, laurel, eucalyptus, so you get a little bit of that green vibe there, guaiac wood, sandalwood, patchouli, and vetiver from Haiti.
Yeah, the way this is blended, at least in the opening, I don't get half of those notes. I like eucalyptus in my fragrances, and I don't really get too much of it in the opening. I do get the bergamot. The bergamot's nice, and the seaweed extract, but that's basically that's all I get right now. Yeah. Maybe wearing it or in the dry down, I'll pick up on some of the other notes, but right now I just got like a citrus. It's not only citrus, but it's a very bright opening. But
super bright.
Yeah, with that seaweed just lingering in the middle of it. Yeah. Yeah. So. Yeah. Yeah.
It's different. It's different.
It is different. It's another good scent, just not for me.
I hear you. All right. If you guys have stuck around this long, you're going to be rewarded because I'm not even going to say anything because I don't want to influence you. I don't want you to read the notes. I just want you to smell it. But this is the one that's marketed for men, and it's called Signature Wild. But I will say this is my favorite.
It's probably going to be the one I hate.
Okay.
Booze.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how I feel about booze.
Yeah.
But I like it.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite. I'm still gonna stick with the other one, but
okay.
It's another one that's nicely done. Like what you're saying, they're all nicely done. I get booze.
Yeah, there's a lot of booze in there.
I'm not too keen on booze scents either.
You would wear gin and tonic before you wear that one. Even though they're both booze scents.
Yes, okay. I would. But again, that would be for the summer. I would actually wear this if I was going out to a bar or hanging out at some, like if we were even going to meet at a bar, maybe have some whiskey or whatever and some cigars.
Yeah,
I would wear this. Would I own a bottle? I probably wouldn't. I'll probably just come borrow yours. You know.
Which means you would wear it.
I would wear it, but I wouldn't own a bottle. I wouldn't wear it that often.
That one has cinnamon, cardamom, orange flower absolute, labdanum, davana, Peru balsam, vetiver of Haiti. But it also says that it has a syrupy aspect and a leather accord with boozy nuances.
Yeah, I get a little bit of the leather.
Yeah.
And the booziness is what dominates. I guess when you either like something or you hate it.
Yeah.
That's what sticks out the most when you smell a fragrance. At least for me, that's what happens. So right now, I'm really detecting that booze.
Yeah.
But it's not too loud in your face, so I guess it's wearable. That's why I think it's wearable.
Yeah.
And I get, like I said, I got a tone of the leather, which I like. I love leather scents. The rest of the notes I really didn't pick up, at least now at first blast.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah. For me, I think I would recommend this to somebody if you like maybe something like apple brandy because it has a fruity
I get a similar vibe to that.
So
I didn't want to make a comparison.
Yeah. No, that's all right.
But I do get a comparison to apple brandy.
Yeah. Me too.
Not apple brandy is more of like a apple cider type of with booziness in it. I get the same type of booziness, but I don't get the apple cider. I do get a little bit of a sweetness.
Yeah, it's done very differently, but it's within that same genre, within the same family.
I agree.
Yeah, so this one by far my favorite. I love the boozy nuances. One of my favorites is Creationy by Roja Parfum, and that one is like serious booze. And so this one falls in line with my favorites. So if I had to say my favorites, it would be this one, Gin and Tonic. I love Sensual Oud as well. I kind of like this one, but because it's so organic, and I think this is the one that represents the brand the best because it's Art de Parfum, and I think this is probably their more artistic representation, and just everything that's communicated and conveyed by the name of the fragrance is just. But yeah, they're very different. Some of them are going to be very polarizing, but
they offered 5 fragrances in the line, and they're all different.
Yeah,
that's saying a lot. Sometimes there's something to be said about simplicity, not releasing too many redundant fragrances or too many in the same genre. This is a good way to start out, I think. My favorite will be this one, which was the Sensual Oud, and then probably the Gin and Tonic. Those two are, to me, I would probably have bottle worthy. Yeah. At least for my collection. But they're all done very well. I think they have something for everyone.
Yeah, for sure. Freddie, thank you for coming, man. I
anytime.
really appreciate it. Thank you for stopping by.
It was my pleasure.
Do you have time to stick around? We'll do another video, maybe for your channel.
Sure, sounds good.
Awesome, cool. Right. So guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Really interesting new company, 2016, straight out of the UK. If you are interested in looking further into these fragrances, I'm going to leave a link down below. Definitely check them out. See if you can get your hands on samples because these are definitely worth smelling. Again, my personal favorites, this one, Sensual Oud. I also like Gin and Tonic as well. Seafoam, I think, is very artistic. And then this one, like I said, I lost interest in it after I read the notes. So with a lot of these, try not to read the notes. But all of them are really good. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please don't forget to subscribe for future videos, top 10s, giveaways, unboxings, and a lot of other fragrance-related content. So remember, we smell well so you can smell good, and we'll see you in the next episode. Take care.